Tim Irwin, Extraordinary Influence: How Great Leaders Bring Out the Best in Others. Welcome to the enlightening summary of Extraordinary Influence: How Great Leaders Bring Out the Best in Others by Tim Irwin, which examines the significance of effective affirmation and the difference it can make in both professional and personal life. Delve into the world of affirmation, its roots in neuroscientific research, its various forms, and the importance of focusing on an individual's strengths. Learn the techniques for communicating support and fostering personal and team trust. This book summary provides powerful insights into creating a positive environment and optimizing performance through affirmative approaches, including rethinking traditional performance reviews and the impact of positive communication on children and students.
The Power of True Affirmation. The author recounts the inspiring pep talk his son received after a crushing football loss, underscoring the importance of genuine affirmation. Neuroscience research supports the idea that heartfelt affirmation can boost overall performance by releasing neurochemicals, improving well-being, reducing stress, and enhancing problem-solving skills. Convincing affirmation extends beyond simple compliments and dives into a steady commitment to constructive feedback and deserved praise, as exemplified by the relationship between sushi apprentice and master. Losing is tough, but sometimes all it takes is a sincere pep talk to lift the spirits, like my son experienced as the captain of his school's losing football team. His short, heartfelt chat with the opposing team's coach proved to be the encouragement he needed. It turns out, this effect is grounded in neuroscience. Research from the past few decades consistently demonstrates that our brains crave and respond positively to genuine affirmation. The physical response to earnest affirmation involves neural chemicals being released that heighten our sense of well-being. In a 2005 study by American psychologists Creswell, Welch, and Taylor, they discovered affirmation reduces stress and elevates problem-solving capabilities, which in turn boosts performance. So why do we desire affirmation, and what makes it genuine? While casual compliments on one's attire or a small acknowledgement of a coworker's job well done are surface-level forms of affirmation, they don't delve into the deeper meaning of the term affirmation. Derived from the Latin noun affirmatio, meaning to strengthen or fortify, true affirmation is an ongoing and committed process of support, constructive feedback, and warranted praise. To illustrate genuine affirmation, consider the Japanese culinary tradition of sushi apprentices starting their careers with menial tasks for years. As they master the art, they receive steady guidance and support from their sushi masters. Once they become proficient, these apprentices are granted the title shokunin, or artisan, solidifying their placement in the sushi realm. It's through the mentor's continuous encouragement and reinforcement that these apprentices are fortified, showcasing the powerful impact of true affirmation. Harness the power of affirmation. To effectively compliment and affirm someone, it's essential to focus on what matters to them, their strengths and professional competencies. In the workplace, there are four main personality types: doers, advocates, idealists, and challengers. Praising a doer involves highlighting their ability to meet deadlines and complete tasks efficiently. For advocates, emphasize their role in unifying the team and maintaining morale. Idealists appreciate recognition of their vision and adherence to company values, while challengers benefit from praise related to their innovative problem-solving skills. In addition to strengths, affirmation of professional competencies demonstrates genuine interest in individuals' achievements and leads to increased motivation and determination. Affirming core values. Our core is where our deepest values reside, and effective communication relies on our ability to recognize and affirm these values in others. Values are formed through self-reflection and social contexts, where we gain affirmation or contradiction from others. Two essential qualities to communicate our affirmation of others are courage and humility. Understanding and conveying appreciation for these values instills a stronger sense of camaraderie and drives future positive actions. Our core, whether it's the mind, heart, or soul, houses our most profound values. To be successful communicators, we need to recognize these crucial elements and speak to them. But how are such values formed? It comes down to self-reflection and the influence of others in a social context, where our values are either confirmed or challenged by others. Imagine a workplace conflict where you resolve the situation respectfully and positively. Your boss praises your integrity in handling the issue, reflecting well on your character. This positive reinforcement of your values encourages you to act similarly in the future. Effectively affirming someone's deeply held values requires thoughtfulness and choosing the right words. Consider two key concepts when communicating your appreciation: courage and humility. For instance, when an employee demonstrates courage by standing up to a deceitful CEO during negotiations, it's essential to recognize and affirm their fortitude. Merely complimenting them on a job well done won't have the same impact as acknowledging their strength of character in navigating the difficult situation. Similarly, when someone displays humility by sharing praise for a successful project with their colleagues instead of taking all the credit, be sure to commend that behavior. Recognizing and affirming our core values not only fosters stronger connections among team members but also propels individuals to continue pursuing positive actions in the future. The impact of public criticism. Remembering her childhood art class, the author's wife, Anne, reflects on the humiliation she experienced when her teacher criticized her work in front of the whole class. Such criticism activates the amygdala in our brain, responsible for the fight-or-flight response, while also impairing our cognitive functioning and stifling creativity. Public criticism especially harms self-belief, as our brains link social acceptance with feelings of well-being. Therefore, it's essential to keep criticism private and focus on affirming and praising others in public settings. Anne's rebellious approach to art as a child, splattering colors across her canvas, contradicted the traditional teachings of her preschool teacher, Ms. Caldwell. Unfortunately, Ms. Caldwell chose to humiliate Anne publicly, an experience that left a lasting impression. Public criticism like that from Ms. Caldwell is not only hurtful in the moment, but it also has long-term negative effects on our brain. According to a 2011 study by American neuroscientists Etkin and Egner, criticism activates the amygdala, which is responsible for our fight-or-flight response in stressful situations. A 2012 study by Chinese management researchers Liu and Liao further indicates that criticism undermines our capacity for abstract and creative thinking, as well as our ability to self-reflect. These impacts are exacerbated when criticism occurs in front of others. In 2013, neuroscientists Stalin, Smits, and Sanfei found that our brains link social conformity with emotional well-being. Receiving approval from our peers triggers the release of dopamine, leading to feelings of happiness. Conversely, public criticism brings about the painful sensation of rejection by our social group, thereby undermining our self-confidence even more. To avoid the detrimental effects of public criticism, it's crucial to keep any critiques private and focus on offering praise and affirmation in group settings. By doing so, we can foster a more nurturing and supportive environment for ourselves and others. Rebuilding trust in crisis. Eric Pillmore faced a major challenge when he was appointed Vice President of Corporate Governance at Tyco International in 2002. With a scandal-ridden former CEO and uncertainty threatening the company's survival, his job was to turn things around. He started by rebuilding trust in individuals, organizing meetings for the company's 230,000 employees to voice their concerns. This helped build trust in leadership and improve morale. However, Pillmore recognized the importance of group trust as well, and further meetings were held to establish transparency and accountability within teams. Through these efforts, Tyco's corporate accountability rating skyrocketed from a dismal 1.5 in 2002 to a perfect 10 in 2007. Rethinking performance reviews. Traditional annual performance reviews are often perceived as uncomfortable and stressful, causing misunderstandings between employees and their supervisors. The issue lies in attempting to quantify performance using abstract metrics. Leading companies such as Microsoft, Dell, and Goldman Sachs have moved away from numerical ratings and embraced affirmation-based reviews. This approach assesses performance using broader, more qualitative categories, and relies on highlighting an employee's key competencies. By shifting the focus from targets to how work is carried out, affirmation-based systems emphasize individual achievements and promote positive behavior. Performance reviews have long been uncomfortable experiences for many employees, with their efforts throughout the year feeling unfairly evaluated. However, companies have begun evolving their approach to these reviews, and the answer lies in switching to an affirmation-based system. The outdated method of assigning numerical ratings based on complex metrics has become an inefficient way of assessing performance in today's workplace. Industries have shifted towards service-based roles, where discretionary effort, such as interpersonal interactions and personal development, is more valuable. These aspects are difficult, if not impossible, to quantify numerically, making the traditional rating system irrelevant. Affirmation-based performance reviews offer a refreshing alternative. They focus on qualitative categories such as excellent, very good, average, and needs improvement. This system provides room for recognizing employees' distinct abilities and contributions, bringing focus to the competencies that helped achieve company objectives. By emphasizing the manner in which work is performed, affirmation-based reviews shed light on the intangible value provided by employees. These reviews take into account factors beyond sales targets, such as creating a positive work environment and contributing to collective growth. An employee's positive behavior is appreciated and rewarded, which motivates them to exhibit key character traits like courage and self-regulation. Incorporating affirmation as an integral component of performance reviews encourages a more holistic and accurate representation of employees' work, leading to heightened understanding, motivation, and overall job satisfaction. The power of affirmative feedback. Abusive coaching, parenting, and teaching methods, such as yelling and harsh criticism, may have short-term effects, but they hinder personal development, loyalty, and bonding in the long run. Affirmative feedback, on the other hand, connects a child's behavior with their goals and highlights discrepancies, making it a more powerful communication tool. This approach proves effective in parenting and teaching, maximizing the potential and aspirations of children. It's no secret that abusive methods like yelling and harsh criticism often steal the limelight, especially in areas like sports when it comes to coaching children. However, this aggressive approach doesn't help kids grow and prosper in the grand scheme of life. While shouting may gain a child's attention momentarily, this strategy ultimately backfires, leaving damaging impacts on their loyalty, bonding, performance, and personal development. Social psychologist Barbara Fredrickson suggests that the reason people continue to employ these less effective techniques is due to their short-term results. However, there's a better alternative: affirmative feedback. This method involves linking a child's actions to their personal aspirations, pointing out any discrepancies. For example, children who want to become doctors, astronauts, or engineers need to develop certain skills and attitudes. So rather than yelling at them, pointing out how their current behavior diverges from their goals is significantly more helpful. This same approach can be applied to other scenarios, such as a student who aims to attend a prestigious college yet brings home poor grades. Reminding them that their actions undermine their dreams is more productive than resorting to anger and criticism. The impact of affirmative feedback extends into classrooms as well. Teachers who refrain from shaming and humiliating students and instead focus on expressing belief in their capabilities while encouraging them to put their minds to the task are more likely to help pupils reach their potential. Ultimately, affirmative feedback emphasizes the importance of talking to people's best selves, whether you're a parent guiding your child through life or a manager fostering growth in employees. It is indeed one of the most effective communication tools in your arsenal.
We hope you have enjoyed this summary of Extraordinary Influence, which highlights the power and importance of affirmation as a tool for nurturing personal growth and creating high-performing teams. Affirmation goes beyond simple praise. It involves a deeper level of constructive feedback and genuine approval centered around an individual's strengths, core values, and professional competences. The book also demonstrates that, instead of relying on criticism, fostering positive leadership and applying more individualized, affirmative-based performance review systems result in a holistic understanding of an employee's efforts, effectively promoting a more productive and motivated workforce. Finally, keep in mind the profound effect that positive reinforcement has not only in the workplace but on children and students, whose confidence and performance levels are deeply impacted by the affirmation they receive.